Hey there! Did you know poverty is still a big problem affecting many countries across the world? A large number of people have low income, limited opportunities, and work hard to survive. It looks like a lot of problems come from people not having enough money. So the question comes up, why don't we just print more money? Everyone becomes rich, everyone is happy, right? Well, it sounds like an easy task, but actually, it's not as simple as it seems. In this video, we'll explain why don't the government just print more money. First, let's explore what happens when we start printing more money. If you ask your parents, teachers, or anyone who knows about money, they'll probably tell you it causes inflation. But what exactly is inflation? In simple words, inflation is when the prices of stuff go up because there's more money, but the amount of stuff to buy remains the same. It's based on the law of supply and demand. When there's a lot of supply but not many people buying, prices go down. But when the supply is low and too many people want to buy, prices go up, and that's called inflation. And when inflation gets really high, and when things get crazy, it's called hyperinflation. To understand it better, let's take a simple example with pizza. Imagine one pizza is priced at $10. Ryan, Sarah, Leo, Maya, and Jack each have $10, and there are only 5 pizzas available at the pizza shop. So every person can buy one pizza for $10. Now, suppose the government prints more money and gives an extra $10 to everyone. Now, Ryan, Sarah, Leo, Maya, and Jack each have $20. But there are still only 5 pizzas at the pizza shop, with everyone having $20 each. Now they want to buy 2 pizzas instead of 1, but there are still only 5 pizzas available, and the pizza shop can't make more at once. The pizza shop notices that people are rushing to buy the pizzas and says, since people can pay more, let's increase the price to make extra profit. They raise the price from $10 to $20 per pizza. And it's just normal human behavior to want more profit. At the end, Ryan, Sarah, Leo, Maya, and Jack still get only 1 pizza each, but now it costs $20. Why? Because they have more money, but there are still only 5 pizzas. Since everyone has extra money, they're ready to pay a higher price for the same number of pizzas. So, does printing more money make them richer? No, it doesn't, because there are still only 5 pizzas. Unless the pizza shop can make 10 pizzas, the price won't stay steady. And does this make the pizza shop richer? No, yes. At first, they make more profit, but remember, everyone has more money, and they're all trying to buy pizza from every pizza shop. So all the pizza shops now have extra money and want to buy more flour and cheese to make more pizzas. But the problem is, flour and cheese come from farms and factories, and those are limited too. In the end, farmers and suppliers can't keep up with the demand from all the pizza shops. This means pizza shops start fighting to buy flour and cheese, which makes their prices go up. As the cost of these things rises, pizza shops have to increase the price of pizza even more to keep making a profit. In conclusion, printing more money without making more goods and services causes inflation. This means prices go up and the value of money goes down. That's why just printing extra money doesn't fix economic problems. Now, you might think printing more money sounds like a crazy idea and believe no country would ever do it. But actually, some countries have done it, and it turned into a disaster. Let's look at a few well-known examples. Number 1, Zimbabwe, 2007. Zimbabwe, once called Rhodesia, was a country with apartheid like South Africa. In the 1980s, after apartheid ended, Rhodesia was replaced by Zimbabwe. The new leader, Robert Mugabe, was strongly against colonial rule and chose to remove white landowners, giving land to black farmers. But many of these new farmers didn't have the skills or farming knowledge, causing a big drop in food production, more job losses, poor government decisions, and global punishments, throwing the country into trouble. To deal with these problems, the government began printing extra money to pay its bills and fix the economy. This careless move caused hyperinflation, where prices went up very fast. By 2008, Zimbabwe's inflation rate hit a shocking 89.7 sextillion% in a year. That's 89.7 followed by 20 zeros. The Zimbabwean dollar became nearly useless, and people had to carry huge bundles of cash just to buy simple things like eggs. Prices could double in one day or even in a few hours. Number 2. Weimar Republic, 1920s. After the German Empire lost World War I, the empire was removed in a revolution, and the Weimar Republic became the new government of Germany. Weimar Germany was badly damaged by the war, with roads, buildings, and towns destroyed, and the country full of problems. To make things worse, the Allied countries forced Germany to pay huge war fines through the Treaty of Versailles, which also upset this Austrian painter. The economy was broken, there were no jobs, and the government was out of money. In a desperate move to pay the fines and cover its debts, the government started printing too much money. This made prices rise extremely fast. By November 1923, prices were doubling every few hours. People had to carry wheelbarrows full of cash to buy simple things like bread. For example, a loaf of bread that cost 250 marks in January 1923 shot up to 200 billion marks by November 1923. This hyperinflation destroyed people's savings, ruined the economy, caused social problems, and helped a certain Aryan leader rise to power and change history. Number 3. Venezuela, 2016. Venezuela has the biggest oil reserves in the world, even more than Saudi Arabia. As a rich oil country, Venezuela heavily depended on selling oil. Before 2008, when oil prices were high, Venezuela made a lot of money and seemed wealthy. But instead of using this money to build up other businesses and improve the economy, the government gave out many free services and discounts to the people. At that time, Venezuela's socialist leaders took control of all businesses, managed the economy tightly, and didn't let private companies grow. All the money was spent on free services, prices were kept very low, and people were happy. Everything seemed fine until oil prices crashed after 2008. Venezuela, relying too much on oil, faced a huge drop in money and economic trouble. This got worse with a lot of corruption, low tax revenue because of no private companies, and bad financial decisions. As a socialist government, they couldn't stop or cut the free services because people would get angry. So they kept giving free services by printing more money. This extra printing caused hyperinflation, where prices shot up very quickly. The Venezuelan money became useless, and people even threw it away on the streets because it couldn't buy anything. These examples shows how printing too much money can cause huge problems, even for a country with valuable resources like oil. Actually, it's not just these 3 nations that tried to fix their problems by printing extra money and ended up with hyperinflation. Other countries like Hungary and Yugoslavia also went through the same trouble. From these cases, we can understand that printing more money might sound like a quick solution for poverty and money troubles, but it actually makes things worse. The main lesson is that just making more money without making more goods only makes prices go higher. So why do people need money? Because they use it to buy the stuff they need and like. But what's the use of having billions of dollars if there's only one pizza? Or worse, no pizza at all. In the end, you can't eat money, so it turns useless. Then you might ask, why doesn't the government print money just to pay foreign debt, not for its people? When a country prints more money, other countries notice it through economic reports, currency markets, and inflation signs. Even if the new money is only used to pay foreign debt, it still adds to the total money supply. This makes the currency less valuable and less trusted by foreign lenders. Foreign lenders won't accept money that is worth less because it lowers the value of the debt payments they get. They may see this money as play money and lose faith in the currency, hurting the country's economic trust and stability. So, what's the correct solution? Well, governments should focus on creating real value. This means spending on schools, building roads, supporting new technology, helping businesses grow, and managing resources and the economy well. If there is a lot of supply with strong demand, then prices will stay steady. When the government helps businesses make more, businesses will hire more workers. Creating jobs and products will be easier to find. People who get these jobs can afford to buy things. And because they work hard to earn money, they care about it and watch how they spend it. This helps stop wasteful buying and keeps demand balanced. And the sellers, even with high demand, can't just raise prices because products are so common and there are many competitors. People will be happy and the country will do well. This is what some successful countries like Japan and South Korea have done. If you want me to make more videos on these topics, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.